Hey guys, I'm Mitch. Today I want to show you how I covered this Lally pole. Used to be a red steel column. Well, it's still in there. I wanted to add some outlets lower on the pole, so my solution was to box it in. I did trim it out nicely. I'm not going to get too much into the electrical. Through this whole build, I had one thing in mind. I want to keep everything as compact as possible. I could have made this bigger. It would have made the electrical a lot easier, but I didn't want that. I wanted minimalistic. This is what I ended up with. Let me show you how I did it.
Okay, so I'm going to use a 1x6 here, which is actually roughly 5.5 inches wide. Cut those into strips. Using my template, I'll glue it on, and I will use a 4 1/2 inch hole saw bit to cut these holes. Going to need a bunch of these, so I roughly did one per foot.
You need to hurry up. You need to go away. I'm going as fast as I can. Big holes take time. So on the very bottom post, I decided to use this PVC board. I had some left over. This will touch the ground.
My template has a center line, guys, so use it. I'm using 3/4 inch conduit, so I roughly need a 1 1/8 inch hole.
Okay, so I've got two outlet boxes, a double gang and a single, and of course they're not the same height. So to make them the same height on the face level, I've picked up an offset. I'm going to go ahead and glue these together, and I'm going to go ahead and put a stopper in on the back because I bought the wrong one, so I may as well cap it. And for the outlets, you can see here that I've marked out a spot. I need to cut that. These will fall down in and they will screw in. This one I may do a little differently.
Okay, so let's just drill some holes and use the jigsaw and just cut those out. No big deal. This is a look at how I ended up doing it. I used some plywood as a spacer and so on and so forth. I did double some of those tenons up, and once again I'm using 3/4 inch PVC conduit, so I'm just going to slide that through and glue it. Here I used 2 45s. I essentially just created a big offset. Now I'm going to use some glue and some brad nails, and once I'm done nailing this up, I actually flip it over, throw a couple brads in the other side of each one. The concrete was a little bit wonky at the bottom, so you can see I cut a little out there. I did end up kind of scraping away some with a file just to roughly make it smoother, and it worked out. Clean the floor. Can't stress that enough. Clean it. Right.
Alright guys, I'm going to use some liquid nails, construction adhesive, and put a little bit up through all of these, and then stick it to the pole.
Alright, so that bottom piece, PVC. Extra glue on that one. Keep moisture out if you can. I don't even know if that'll help, but extra glue. And now let's just go ahead and stick it on there. I actually used the very top of the pole on this right side here to keep everything square. Because mine's actually a rectangle that's not perfectly square to the pole, it's offset to the right a little. It ended up working out for me very, very well. Double check, square, 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 level, 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 guys.
I did put glue onto the tops and bottoms of every one of these. Now I'm going to put on the outer cover. You could buy one board that's the right width. I didn't have one board that was the right width, so I'm going to do this in 2 parts. Put one on and then put another strip on.
There's a quick look at the top where I squared it off at. Those are some of my buddies. Check them out. Link in description. I did fill those gaps with liquid nails. Right here, I'm actually notating on the front board where my indexing points are to use the brad nails, which helped me out a lot later. For the rest of the outside, I'm using wood glue. Double check for level. For the last piece, I've got my jointed edge in. I'm gonna trace a line all the way down this and then cut this to the right width on the table saw. When I glue it on, I'll make sure I put glue here, clamp this way, and just tack it on. This is a look at the other side. I've already done it. I did put wood filler in here just to cover up the brad nails, and eventually this will get sanded and painted. Sand it, guys. I started way low and moved my way up in grit. All the way up to 220. This is a piece of cherry. I thought I would go ahead and trim out the bottom only because I wanted to, really honestly. So I just took a 20-inch piece, cut it down the middle, hit it with a real nice big round over on the router table. These are roughly 3 inches. I pre-coated the back. Now I'm going to cut all these to fit. And you can see there, I'm just shooting my way through this and figuring it out. I did put silicone, kind of as an adhesive, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to seal up the bottom more because it's directly on concrete. So I filled the brad nails, and I'm gonna do another coat of lacquer. There you go. One final look at the finished Lally pole cover. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Really? That hurt a little bit.